morning. My name is Aggy, and I'm so humbled to be able to share with you how God has been working in my life. Just a little background. I came from a family of six, and I have two older brothers and one younger sister. And we are all closely together, and we were all blessed to be raised up in a Christian home and in Sunday school. My parents had a huge influence in me when it comes to my faith and relationship with the Lord. I consider my mom as my best friend and a constant source of my inspiration and my business and work. She was the one I admire and I always look up to as my role model of a Proverbs 31 woman. Her Christian walk was not all about highs, since she had encountered a lot of setbacks in her life. But witnessing how she prioritized her relationship with Jesus about everything served as a powerful motivation for me to love and follow Jesus as well. In 1998, my mom faced a challenging battle with nasopharyngeal cancer and had gone through radiation therapy sessions. And she even traveled outside the country in the pursuit for further treatment. But by God's grace, she was miraculously healed and declared cancer free by her doctors. Praise God. I remember how my mom's faith remained unwavered through the moments of weakness as she fought against cancer. Her specific prayer was to extend her life as she wanted to see my siblings and I graduate and finish our studies since we were still young at that time she got sick. And amazingly, God granted her prayer, allowing her to see us finish school and embark on our professional journeys. However, fast forward to 2022, my mom was once again confronted with a daunting diagnosis, and this time it was stage 2 colon cancer, accompanied by liver metastasis. Despite the news, her faith remained unwavered, and she encouraged us to pray and surrender to God's will. After just 3 months, her cancer rapidly spread out through her body, ultimately reaching her other organs, causing severe complications that led her to her passing. The loss of my mom was the most difficult and darkest time of my life. Each day led to moments of questioning and wrestling with God. At times, I even found myself praying to God to just take me and end my suffering. During those trying moments, I had no one to turn to and would find myself on my knees, pouring out my heart in tears, seeking comfort from God. In one of my quiet times with the Lord, He reminded me of a comforting verse found in Psalms 34, verse 18. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. I held on to that verse tightly and I fervently asked God to send individuals in my life who could help me through the grieving process. I long for the people who would comprehend my pain and offer support during my moments of weakness and sadness. As part of my grieving, I would listen to worship songs, Christian podcasts, and also about mother and daughters podcasts. While searching for podcasts on this topic, I stumbled upon my dear sister, Jaira Delce's podcast called Be Real, Be Radiant, who happened to be one of my table mates at Big Fridays. I listened to her podcast and checked her Instagram page. And as I scrolled through her posts, I learned that she was one of the hosts of an event called Wow Thursdays at CCF. I began by listening to the live stream of Wow Thursday, and over time, I felt a gentle whisper in my heart from God, and it was a prompting for me to attend this gathering, which became evident as I continued praying and reading the Bible. I vividly recall attending Wow Thursday for the very first time, and I looked for Jaira, who happened to be the host and one of the singers during the session. I approached her and talked to her about how blessed I was by her podcast on their mother and daughter episode. I also confided in her about my mom's passing, and she graciously offered a heartfelt prayer for me. The very first time I attended the message was about faith, led by Sister Sasa Felipe, which was a timely topic. I remember being deeply moved by the stories of three young girls who courageously battled cancer. Just like my mom, they all shared their love in Jesus, and their faith never wavered despite their sickness. This topic resonated with me, making it timely and fitting introduction to the breakout group. I specifically prayed to God to lead me to women who share the similar age range as my mother. It was a divine coincidence how God answered my prayer. I signed up, and I remember it was Ate Ellen who assigned me to the group filled with mothers and grandmothers. I remember the moment when it was my turn to speak during our group discussion. I cried so hard sharing my mom's passing, telling them the details about her cancer, and even showed them photos and videos of my mom. Each of them showed immense motherly care, offering comforting hugs and kind words. Their gesture felt as though my mom was right there speaking to me and assuring me that everything will be all right. Week after week, they witnessed my tears and they were all very patient towards me. And they would offer words of encouragement with warm hugs and consistently praying for me. They have played a pivotal role in my grieving process, providing a safe space where I can openly share my emotions and find solace in their prayers. As the weeks went by, I had the privilege of learning more about the lives of the women in my group. Tita Jane Santos, my facilitator, she was an amazing nurse who passionately shared the gospel with her patients and also participated in volunteering in medical missions in different ministries in CCF. Tita Merly, whose life has undergone a transformative change since surrendering to Jesus, now a significant godly influence within her family. And then Tita Angelita, who transitioned from a previous lifestyle and now embraces a simple life, being an exceptional wife and remarkable mother to her two children. And Tita Edith, a WOW facilitator who actively shares beautiful words of wisdom daily on our online group. These amazing women of God have earned my utmost respect and affection. And I believe that there are no accidents in life, but rather everything is well orchestrated by God. And I'm so blessed to affectionately call these incredible women my spiritual mothers. Praise God. We created the group called Hep Hep Obey on Messenger, and it has now six members. And through this online group, we regularly uplift one another with prayers, Bible verses, and Bible learnings. The prayers and encouragement I receive from them have been an incredible source of God's strength and motivation for me, keeping me going even during the most difficult days. They have even met a special someone in my life who has God also sent to me during my grieving. Their approval brought me even greater assurance, and they continually to pray for him and entrust our relationship to God's loving hands. Attending the weekly Bible studies here in WOW Thursdays has not only imparted me valuable wisdom, but also created a safe space for me to share my own insights and my experiences in life. It's a wonderful gathering of women from diverse backgrounds and stages of life with beautiful exchange of amazing stories and testimonies all coming together for the glory of God. And next week, we will be celebrating our 1 year together as a D group. Yay! Praise God. And I am filled with gratitude to God. It is a testament that age does not limit our ability to come together and form meaningful connections for the glory of God. When we attentively listen to God's gentle whispers and follow His guidance, miracles can truly happen. And I'll just end my testimony with this Bible verse from Ecclesiastes 3, verse 11. He has made everything beautiful in His time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. All praises and glory belongs to Him. Thank you.